Hello everyone, and welcome to another video of the Redstone Scrawler. I am Talamir, and I am showing you a flower farm on Bedrock. So, there's an issue that I was noticing in the Bedrock edition of Minecraft, where if you put a dispenser directly into a grass block, it'll make the game crash. So what do you do about that? Well, you have to tell these dispensers to point directly downwards towards the grass, but with an air block between. So, I'm going to be giving you guys a bit of a tutorial on how to make this critter. You will notice that there is no flowers in there, and for this to work, you in fact need to plant flowers directly beneath every single one of these dispensers. Now, I was thinking about leaving them in place at all times, but I found that to actually be not very productive, because if you do that, you cannot determine which type of flower you get. But by putting in what flower type you want underneath there, you can guarantee that you get those flowers every single time. So there is 14 dispensers there, so I have that primarily there just to increase productivity of the farm. I do think you could probably work with less, but so far I have found that this design is most effective. So let's get on with the tutorial. So that is what we're working on today, and what I'm starting over here is a 9x10 rectangle. Once you have the rectangle down, you're going to dig a trench across here, and then you're going to fill that with water right here at the end. And toss that water on in there, break the block at the end, and point that hopper into that grass block right there. That is where you're going to be collecting all the flower drops. Clear out a section where you can get to your chest, clear out those 4 blocks right there, put in some stair blocks to prevent any potential items from flowing out and across the hopper. And next, throw down your chests. After that's been complete, we can go and put another rectangle across the top here, which is going to be 12x7. Now there's going to be a little bit of a lip at these sides right here, and it'll leave 2 blocks at the very end. Once that's complete, you can throw your pistons in here. You're going to put 1 here, a space, another 2, and then a space, and then 1 more piston right there, and fill in the gaps. You'll do the same thing for the other side. Once that's been completed, you can go and put blocks going up from here. And different from that side, you're going to have another set of blocks going up right here like that. At this point, you can put your dispensers in. Make sure that they're all facing directly downwards towards the grass. Once that's been completed, you can go and start filling in the redstone dust lines. Get this thing wired up. So make sure you go and put it all the way to the end so you catch that last piston there, and then you can put your wiring up across here. And then across the dispensers, make sure you leave this gap right here. These redstone lines will always power this one in the center, which is great. But if you go and you put that dust right there, it will cross across the other side of this circuit and it will disrupt the signal. Once you got that done, you can do the same wiring for this side as well. And there we have the primary parts of the wiring complete. Now that we have that part done, we can start putting in the grass blocks, but at the same time while you're putting those grass blocks in, I do suggest that you go and also put the water blocks in as well. Also make sure that you leave a space right across here. If you do not have a space across here, these blocks are not going to move back and forth. So let's fill those water blocks in here. Excellent, we're making good progress. Some other things that you're going to want to do is also go and put some blocks in here on both of those sides. Once that's complete, let's go and put in some blocks that are going to block any of our flowers from flying out. That happens a lot in this type of a flower farm, so you really want to make sure that this part is enclosed at 2 blocks high, as I've seen it actually jump up 1 block. Once we have that complete, we can go and put our dispensers down for our flushing mechanism. Throw our water buckets on into there, and then fill in the rest with more blocks. Right here, it'd be a good idea to throw in a door, and there's another location I'll be showing you guys in a bit of another really good place to go also and put down a door. This is so that you can get in easily and go and put down your line of flowers here. And then once we get over to the other side, you can also then put your line of flowers there. Unless you can potentially reach, you might be able to reach them. No, you aren't going to be able to. Make sure that the door on this side is facing this way. If the door isn't facing this way, in this particular direction, there is a possibility that flowers may fly past that door. Okay, let's get a redstone across here and get a button down. Now that we have that in place, if you push that, you should see it dispense. I forgot about that. Once we have everything powered up, this side always keeps powered, which prevents the water from dipping on down below. I'll show that in a bit. Excellent. Now that we have all that in place, let's go and put our wall up and for the back right here. And for the sake of symmetry, that's the location I prefer. Let's put some stairs up to it, make it look nice. There we go. Okay, the majority of this section, all the business end of the flower farm is now complete. So the next part we have to do is put in what's going to power this critter. Alright, let's put down a block just to fix our center. This right here is where we're going to go and put a dropper, and we're going to make sure that thing is facing directly upwards, and then we're going to put a hopper on top of this right here. Once you got that done, just chuck an item on in, and I'll immediately pull it down to the bottom there. After that's done, you're going to be putting blocks coming out here, and then blocks coming out there, and you just finish it up like that. Once that's complete, you can go and put yourself a repeater there, and a redstone comparator there, and fill in your redstone. That part of the circuit is now complete. Let's do the same on here. It's going to be a little bit longer. I'll take the signal out from the bottom dropper into there, another repeater over here, and we'll be about to hear those pistons on the right side fire. There we go. Now this is almost complete. The last part we have to get in place is the clock itself. To get this to work, you're going to put 2 blocks out here. You're going to have a signal going out to here. Nope, wrong side. Going this way. Redstone dust. Block going into the repeater. Nope. Like this. And then you're going to have another block coming out there. You get rid of that temporary block. Put a redstone dust right there, and one last thing. Let's get a lever in place first. This is going to be noisy otherwise. All right, that lever's in place. I'm going to turn that on. That is what is going to turn the flower farm on and off. Put your redstone torch right here, and there you go. This is actually the entire farm complete. So the moment that I turn this on, should see it getting on. One thing I noticed that is if you have a little bit of lag on the server, you might want to go and put this particular repeater on 2 ticks. Otherwise, you may find this begin to happen. And when you go and you put it on 2 ticks, that should fix the problem. And there we have it. Now let's go and just put some bone meal into there, and we should be good to go. Excellent, we got those dispensers all filled up with bone meal. So now what we're going to go and do is get our flowers in. Now, as I said, you can choose whatever flowers you would like outside of the ones that are too tall. Let's go and throw in some poppies and some dandelions. Now, there's one thing I noticed for alliums. They take quite a lot of bone mealing. So in the case of alliums, I would suggest you would put alliums in exclusively. Okay, let's put a line of the poppies. This is just for demonstration purposes. As I said, you can put whatever flower that you would like to use. Excellent. Once we've got all of that in place, all you need to do is flick this switch and then wait until, I guess, your bone meal dispensers are empty, or whenever you want to stop, really. Well, it's been about a minute. You got a lot of flowers down there. Just press this button to flush them all to the end. Oh, look at that. I forgot a major part of this build. That is embarrassing. Let's get that in. We dug the trench, but we put nothing in there. Just turn that water off. Look at all the flowers at the end there. Oh, that's depressing. This part's actually pretty easy. All you need to do is put in a line of signs going all the way across here, and that'll prevent the water, that first blade, from interrupting this one right here. And you can already see those flowers being pushed along. I found that out that the sign was actually sticking there. Just in case, I think I'm going to put a sign here as well. And there they are coming on in. And that's the farm in a nutshell. Now, you want to make sure you don't leave that water on for too long. I left it on for too long and it already started to kill the grass. Dead grass is not your best friend in this occasion. Well, if this was a farm that was really helpful to all you guys, please do leave a like. And if you want to see more of my stuff, subscribe. See you guys all in the next video. Bye.